I'm Ryan, and welcome back to Weekend Mountain Biker. And we just went mountain biking. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Weekend Mountain Biker. This episode is the first half of Trail 100, straight out 5 miles. I will be following up this video with another one that is the second half of Trail 100. Actually, I might be a few videos down the road, but I'm going to release a second video that's the second half of Trail 100, so you get the full 10 miles. This is the start of a series of videos that I am labeling Exploring Arizona Trails. There are so many trails, I mean, there's just got to be hundreds of trails around Phoenix Valley area, around the state, that have so much diversity you can't believe it. So for people that want to pick out what trails they want to ride, or they're coming to Arizona to visit and they want to see what the different trails are about and what the different geography of the trails is, maybe this series will help. But I'm going to start exploring the trails and then making videos of each of the trails so that people can get a feel for it, get a good flavor of it. I do apologize on this one. My camera angle was just a little bit low, but oh well, what are you gonna do? That's it. Enough of me talking. Let's get out there and ride. All right, here goes. Getting started on a sunny, warm afternoon, and I forgot my gloves. Major pain. It's November, it's 85 degrees. I can't imagine too many places can claim that. Oh, pedal strike already. North Mountain, which is that one right there. And me and my wife took a hike up it. It's my first time on the newly revamped paved trail. Pretty nice. Goes up the other side, kind of does some S curves and switchbacks, but I recommend to anybody cross training a bit, do some hiking. So statistically, in my demographic, which is like 40 to 49 or something like that years old, 55% of the people surveyed they hike as much as they mountain bike. I think hiking's pretty good. I mean, it can be a little rough, a little more rough on the knees and feet than mountain biking, I think. But I think if you're set up right, it's a great way to cross train, is doing some reasonably difficult hiking. It's fun. It's a little slower, so you get to appreciate the scenery a little bit more. You know, with mountain biking, you tend to be trying not to crash. So I do recommend throwing in some other things to your routine if possible. Don't miss those opportunities to get a little extra exercise. How's it going?
can only benefit you. And over there is Shaw Butte. Ooh, legs are a little bit of a burn coming up that hill. So, I don't know if GoPro is going to represent the texture of this trail. I showed it in my first video, my getting your baseline numbers. So, these trails will flat your tires sure as anything if you don't ride with caution and precision. I have gotten many pinch flats out here. I think part of it is my body weight too. If you're, you know, I think you get up over about 175, 185, and you gotta keep your tires inflated a little more. This stuff is rolly and slippery. There's really no traction. There's very little traction in the turns. And it's just one little up and then a down and then an up and a down and an up and a down. And I looked at it the other day because I hadn't looked at it in a while. This trail goes 10 miles out and 10 miles back, so it's real easy to just stay on this trail and do a 20-mile run. But I don't typically have over 2 hours to invest into a bike ride. Even now, I'm on a time frame because I picked a day during the week to go ride. I gotta get back and get the kids from school and work. It's office work today at the end of the day, but still work. And I'm still working on editing other videos. So that's usually what I end up doing until just about bedtime. Whew. So my personal hurdle is my hamstrings. I mean, yeah, my lungs burn when I get tired, or you get the burn in your legs, but I think when you have, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it feels like when you have a little extra meat on your muscles, on your bones, you tend to cramp up a little more. And my hamstrings cramp up every ride. And then once I get through that, or at least they want to cramp up, I should put it that way. But once I get rolling and they get really warmed up, then I'm okay. But right now I'm just kind of bearing through the pain of my hamstrings. See this stuff? These are kind of gnarly little tiny downslopes through the sharpest rocks. And you have no traction. There we go. There we go. Okay, what do I do here? Let's go this way. Hi guys. Ooh, pretty dog. This is a multi-purpose trail. So, I don't know, I've never gone this way. Let's try it. This is a multi-purpose trail, so you have to be real considerate of hikers. And then the other big one is horseback. Anytime you see horses, as soon as you can pretty much see them, you're supposed to stop, dismount your bike, and let them walk by, because, well, I guess riding a horse would be the same as riding a bull or a dog or a cow or a llama or an ostrich when you get down to it, because they freak out. And then next thing you know, you got some Asian tourist with a broken back laying on the ground because they were on a horseback ride and you spooked their horse. The only reason I say Asian is because we have a big right across the way here is a resort. And that's one of their big things that they do is horseback riding out here with tourists. And it's a lot of Asians. This is going pretty good so far. Feeling good, all right. All this stuff, all these trails are basically waterways. Because in Arizona, the soil here is like 50% clay, 50% dirt, and 50% rock. Yes, I know the math doesn't add up, but water doesn't penetrate real well. And so, like, we have a storm coming, supposedly, and to everybody on the East Coast and the North, well, everywhere but here, they're expecting, in some areas, 2 inches. And that doesn't sound like much, but 2 inches of rain here is flash floods, man. I'm talking washing away mobile home parks and killing citizens. They go and they think, we're just gonna go take a hike in this desert, and they hike down the desert, and it's a nice, cool, kind of overcast day, and 5-6 miles away there's a storm in the mountain, and it drops a couple inches of water in an hour in the mountain. Well, by the time it runs out of the mountain, comes down the mountain, hits the tourists, it's water moving at like 35-40 miles an hour, and it goes from dry riverbed, like bone dry, to 5-6 feet deep 30-mile-an-hour rapids in about 5-6 minutes. And every year people drown. They just get sucked away in the washes here. It's pretty amazing. There we go. One of 2 or 3 tunnels on this trail. They cross you under the major roads. So I'm riding right through. Yeah, there's some echo for you. I'm riding right through the heart of Phoenix. That is a 5-lane, 6-lane road I just rode under. Here's all the horses for the tourists and stables, and there's the resort. See if there's anybody out sunbathing. Well, most of the country is freezing. People come here and they're still hanging out in their bathing suits. Whew. So my bike, I've done a lot of little tweaks to it because it's an old bike, outdated geometry and sizing and componentry, but I've done what I can to lighten it up, so it's pretty light. I mean, I bet it only weighs about 25, 26 pounds. Hi folks. But I am riding on 26ers. 26-inch tires, and they're not fatties either. They're only like 2.1 or 2.25 wide, but they're pretty knobby and pretty durable. And then it was a 27 speed or something, I don't know. Anyways, I swapped it out and made it a 1x9 drivetrain with an older XTR derailleur. And I got manual brakes, or mechanical brakes I should say, cable actuated, but I like these ones. They're called Striker, but it's a dual-sided piston mechanical, so it pushes equally on either side of the rotor. So this morning, it is Monday, which is day one of my workout rotation. So I'm gonna go this way, I think. But that looks like it could be it over there. I don't know. Day one of my workout routine. Which is strength and explosive training, upper body. So even though sometimes the exercises you get a little bit, you feel it in your legs, maybe a little something, they're primarily focused on upper body. So I do some power cleans, which you see in my intro, which I just started doing not too terribly long ago, working on my skills there. Oh, soft. So I do that, and then I do some pseudo muscle up pull-ups where you throw your body up as high and fast as you can in pull-ups. And what else did I do? Oh yeah, throw around a big old monkey head kettleball. I think it weighs about 60 pounds. All right. Woo, feeling it. And then I do some deadlifts. The deadlifts, you do use your butt and legs a lot for deadlifts. But I find that when I do my deadlifts, my legs are conditioned enough to where the next day I don't feel any residual discomfort in my legs or my low back really from doing deadlifts. However, my traps, my upper back, sometimes even my arms, I do feel a little soreness and stiffness the next day after I do deadlifts. So I kind of count them as upper body day. Tomorrow is kind of like strength and explosive lower body day. That'd be my Tuesday. And that's talking too much about that. I'll get all into that on another video. But you can see Trail 100 has covered some ground here. I mean, the trail in general is rocky. Some riders love this kind of stuff, some hate it. But here, like, in just a second, I'm getting to one of the most technical parts. And it's almost, I don't think I've ever quite had the skills and the strength to ride back up what I'm about to ride down. But who knows, maybe it'll make for a good video. But you get nice scenery. And you forget for a little bit that you're riding right in the middle of a big 4 million population city. Trail 100 has been around here for like 100 years. Back in the 40s, 50s, I think, on North Mountain? No, Shaw Butte Mountain. Actually, halfway up to the towers, ooh, almost slid out right there. Halfway up to the towers, there was a platform. There's a slab there, and so I did some research on the slab. It turns out it was a restaurant, like one of the fanciest ones in Arizona, where the playboys would all come and the movie stars. And it had this incredible view. But I don't even see how they drove those cars up the hill. I mean, it must have been really, really different back then. But it's pretty cool to look up photos of an old restaurant that used to be on a hill that's nothing more than a slab and a plaque now. All right, so here it goes. Oh, what'd they do? They changed it on me. Whoa. What the heck did they do? The mountain bikers got a hold of this. Somebody got hold of this. They totally took all the technicality out of that. It used to look like, I don't know, deadly. Maybe somebody got hurt or something. I don't know. Riders would kind of line up right there just to go down. Oh, I remember this. So you go down this, and then you gotta go up it. It's a nightmare. Good Lord. Trying to stay light on my feet. Save my tires. Ooh. So I'm throwing around the idea of getting another bike pretty soon. I'm worried though, because how much time I spend on this trail, or I used to spend on it, or I'm gonna spend on it. My bike's gonna get beat to heck. Get those skins. And I'm gonna protect my paint job. Let's check and see what time it is.
Well, that's it for this edition of Weekend Mountain Biker. I hope you enjoyed it. My next episode, I'm debating, it's either going to be on the second half of Trail 100, but with a better camera angle, or it's going to be on how much you should eat based on your activity level and your size, and basic bike skills that we need to work on. Everybody that mountain bikes should develop these skills. So I haven't quite made up my mind yet as to which way I'm going to go with the next video, but one of those two things. But anyways, thank you so much for checking out this channel, for tuning in. If you like where I'm going with this, please help me keep it going. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the thumbs up notification, please. And if you want to see when my next one comes out, who knows when it's going to be. I'm trying to get them out every 2 weeks, but we'll see. Hit that bell notification so you know when my next video comes out. But until then, thank you once again. Stay healthy. Have fun.